Hello everyone. As I'm making this video, Shaishan's TextureMod competition is happening. And I just realized, the most recent video on how to TextureMod LLB is from 2 years ago by M.2, and that one's on direct modding. While the one from 4 years ago is easier, it's an outdated LLBMM method. Now I've seen a few questions on how to add custom textures, and how to do one-on-one tech support with people that had just no idea what they were doing or had their files in the wrong place. So there are instructions on the webpage for the current version of TextureMod, but not everyone goes there. And even less people actually read instructions. So this is going to be a short overview of how to install textures that have already been made by other users by using TextureMod through R2 ModMan. First off, you'll need R2 ModMan. For that, you can go to thunderstore.io, click the manual download button on R2 ModMan. This has an installer for Windows and an app image for Linux. But if you don't like app images for one reason or another, you can go to the GitHub and there are packages for Pacman, RPM, Debian, and of course Source. So easy installation for everyone. Once you've got R2 ready, open it and search for the game. You can just select it if you want to use R2 for other games, but if you want to only use it for Blaze, then you can just set it as default. Then, to install TextureMod, in the app, go to Online. If it's not immediately there, you can just search for TextureMod. And note, all mod packages have no spaces, so if you're looking for a mod, in Blaze specifically, all of them will be camel case, can't speak for other mods. Once you've found it, click Download and it'll automatically install all the dependencies and will show up in your Installed tab. TextureMod textures are installed by adding them to the respective characters folder inside modding folder, TextureMod, characters, and the character's name. The naming scheme is a number followed by a £. This is what dictates the loading order of the characters in-game. I like to have alt model textures always load after the standard model textures, so I have them start at 50. Following the number is the creator's name. This is where TextureMod gets the by tag in-game, and it might miss it if you don't have this pound symbol right here. Inside each creator's folder sits each of the textures, and it has the same naming convention, number, pound symbol, name. Spaces are fine to have in creator and texture names with TextureMod. Let's do a few examples for common cases you'll see when trying to install with TextureMod. The easiest place to get textures is on GameBanana. They'll usually download as a zip, 7z, or RAR. I'll do the old ones first because they're the annoying ones. So I want to install this latch skin, but when I downloaded the zip, there's just this DDS. These used to be more necessary than PNGs because of how texture modding used to need to be done. So sometimes older texture mods will only have this DDS. TextureMod does not support them, so you need to convert it to PNG yourself. For the Linux users, we actually have it easy. ImageMagick is already installed on many distros and supports reading DDS images, although not writing them. So you can just cd into the directory and type magick latch.dds, latch.png for this one in particular. And you have the PNG available. For Windows users, there is a Windows binary of ImageMagick that you can use in the same way if you are comfortable using the command prompt. But if you're not, you can search DDS to PNG, and this convert.io works good enough. I've used it a few times. After you have the PNG, it's the same process as the others that is coming. Next, I'll try my newest texture, Stanford Pines. I always make my mods as easy to install as possible for new users. So if you've not installed any other skins for Nitro and you don't mind the order, it's only 2 steps. Just extract the zip and drop this folder into the Nitro folder. If you've got others and want to change the loading order, change the numbers to match. So how about this DLC skin for Sonata? It's also pretty straightforward. In the Sonata folder, make a new folder with the number. I'm going to do 80 since it's a DLC skin, and then add the creator's name. Now, I already have a folder for Curb, but I want this to show up after all the other skins. The use of a creator name doesn't actually matter. You can use them as many times as you want. You could even have each skin have its own folder if you really want to be picky about the loading order. So now take the image, put it into the folder. To name the image, do #, and the name. And this is important. You have to have this tag at the end. This is how TextureMod knows that it's a DLC skin and needs to map it to one of the DLC skins rather than a regular skin. But for regular skins, it's no extension, and for alt skins, it's just _alt.